Hi there. It's been so long that I've created a YouTube video. Don't know why. Been quite lazy to create videos and do the editing and the entire process. But I still love it. I still enjoy it. It's just that I was prioritizing something else uh, rather than creating YouTube videos for the past couple of months, I would say. So myself, Mr. Fer, I quit my full-time job and being a jobless person for the past 3 months, but I was planning something for our future. So me and Mrs. Curry together will probably create a video explaining what we are planning to do and how things are going to go further. All right. But before that, that's a whole different video. But today in this video, I want to explain to you guys why did I sell my Benelli Imperiale 400, which I dearly miss, but still, I made that choice. Anyways, let's get started. Alright, so before I start this video, I just want to give you a heads up and tell you why did I even buy this bike in the first place, and not buy motorcycle. Well, this motorcycle was one of the cheapest in 170cc plus category and under 500cc category. You can put that way because in Vietnam there are all very less options in terms of powerful bikes, because most of the local bikes are somewhere in between 100 to 175cc, and anything about that you need to have an A2 license, and it's quite expensive to purchase, and the ones which are 175 itself is too expensive to buy. So think about the ones which is about that. It's quite expensive for any normal Vietnamese to own. So this bike which I bought is nearly when I bought it, it was nearly 105 million, inclusive of all the tax, registration and everything. So why did I buy? Because Benelli was the cheapest in the market for a classic segment. Because Benelli Imperiale, if you don't know, it's a classic motorbike. It has all those classic looks, full metal build. It's a single cylinder, air-cooled engine, and it has that old classic feeling with the round headlamps and everything. So I really enjoyed the entire look and feel of it. I was not able to ride the bike initially because they said that they didn't offer any ride at that time when I bought the bike. They didn't give me an opportunity to ride and test the bike. Normally everyone says that that's something which you gotta do before you buy the bike, but I went with my guts. I know that what I did is wrong. I should have rode the bike. I should have tested it. I should have tried it, the entire thing, and before I make a purchase. But for the fact that I watched a lot of videos, I got to know how the bike feels through a lot of different people from India, from Europe, and yeah, even from Vietnam. I saw their Vietnamese video, and I made my wife sit next to me and explain the whole thing. So I watched a couple of videos. I made my decision and went and purchased this Benelli bike. So, major reasons: it's classic, which I love. It's cheap, which is good for my pocket. Yeah, those were basically. And third would be the power, because I really wanted something more than 175cc to, have that punch. And I really don't like naked bikes nor sports bikes, so not that person. So that's why I bought Benelli Imperiale 400. Now, coming to the next part. Why did I sell my bike? Why did I sell Benelli Imperiale 400? There are a couple of reasons to it. The very first, I would say, is that the moment I got the bike, the first initial few days, I had that excitement of riding it, and I enjoyed it a bit. But well, that enjoyment was, soon gone. Because within 2 weeks, I had some issues with the gear shift lever, and that was going nuts, and it won't go down. Even if I just keep banging it, it will not go down. And that was an issue when I was in the middle of the traffic, and especially in Vietnam, it's really hard because the streets get crowded and you have a heavy bike. It's very hard to even push it at that point when you're in the middle of the road. So it's kind of annoying for me, and I took the bike back to the service center. They said that they had some issues with this batch of bikes, and I had to change. They will do the entire thing free of cost and do the lever change or whatever. I said, okay, get it done, and got it done. And after that, the ride quality, I would say, I still prefer a Royal Enfield over Benelli anytime, and I think that I made that mistake, and I came to know that mistake within the couple of weeks of riding Benelli Imperiale 400. I felt just a little bit different, only in terms of the seating position. It's a little bit forward leaning. I'm not sure why I felt so, but a lot of people said that it's more upright, but I felt Royal Enfield is more upright, but Benelli Imperiale 400, it's a little bit leaning towards the front, which gives you that sporty feeling a little bit if you're wondering. Sorry, the camera's shaking. Go is trying to move around through the table. All right, so the riding experience for me, it drastically decreased from the moment I got the bike to a point like after 2 months down the line, I was not interested in, kind of, in a way. Just saying, I will just give okay. Ooh, can you hear that? Somebody's just rocking the streets. But don't get me wrong, those bikes are not like what you see in India, like super bikes or anything. Those are like kind of really small 120cc bikes, and they keep that big silencer or a small silencer, whatever you call it, and then get that sound out of it. That's what they do. All right, so coming back to the second reason. The second reason was while I was traveling, I was thinking. It didn't happen, but I was thinking about this. In India, if we buy a Royal Enfield and if you travel, we have a network of service center wherever we go, we can get this bike serviced. But in Vietnam, if I have a bike like Benelli Imperiale 400, and if you travel across Vietnam, it will be very, very hard for me to get it fixed if something goes wrong. Because, as I said, these are not normal day-to-day bikes in Vietnam. And, probably I will see Benelli Imperiale, another Benelli Imperiale once in a month. That's it. So it's very hard to even find another bike. So if I go for a long trip and something goes wrong, all I can do is call for help. There is a service. I'm not sure if you guys use any other service, but in Vietnam we have something called ZuttoRide. It's a different company, and you need to purchase the service from them. And if you have purchased the service, it's a yearly payment, like $1 million plus for 175cc above bikes. So if you buy that service from them, they will come and help you to pick your bike and drop it to the nearest service center, or bring it back to where you started the journey or something like that. So that service is available. So I took that service, of course, but for to say, I still didn't want to like end my journey in the middle of the road and come back to where it all started. So it would just shorten my trip, and I didn't want a reliable bike to have. All right, so that's the second part. Ease of service, not available. And the service quality, to be frank, not that great. From the showroom, the service is just okay. Nothing above the ordinary. All right, now coming to the third reason. The third reason is not about the bike or with Benelli or with the service. Nothing to do with anything of that sort. It's everything to do with me because I have a license to ride any kind of bike in India. And, I can also drive cars in India. But when I transferred my license in Vietnam, initially I done it through an agent, so they got me an A1 license. Since then, I tried 2 times to get A2. They won't give me A2. So I think the very first time I got it, I should have asked them to do A2. But I heard that A2, normal agents won't do A2. If your license have A2, then you will get A2. Otherwise, you need to do a test here locally. Well, I do have a license to ride A2 in India, but it's just that I'm sorry if you guys don't know what is A1 and A2. A1 is like the bikes which are under 175cc, and A2 are the bikes above 175cc. So, um, well, I can ride any bike because I used to ride Royal Enfield in India, so it's about 175, of course. But in Vietnam, it's kind of different. So different rules and regulations here. But it's funny that my friend holds the same license from India. He did in a different town away from Ho Chi Minh City, little bit far, called a city, small city called Baria. He did his license transfer there, and he got A2. He was lucky. I don't know why, but when I did here, I tried to transfer it again to A2, but I never got. They said that I need to prove that my license can ride, can be used to ride A2. So I need to get a letter from my licensing authority that this license is used for riding any bikes above 125cc or below, whatever. And then I need to get that notarized locally, and then I need to get it attested from Ministry of External Affairs, and then I need to bring that over to Vietnam and then get it attested by the consulate here, and then pass it to them, which is a long process. And I'm not sure if any of our licensing authority from Kerala would do that, because that would be a weird request to them, because normally when people go abroad, they take license in that country, but here you cannot take license here. It's normally what they do is they transfer your existing license from your country to the license here, so they just transfer it. That's all they do. So if I go back to Kerala and if I ask this kind of letter, I'm not sure if I'll get it, but I want to try to get it, but it will be a lengthy process, and I didn't want to wait that long. So, well, probably I will try it again when I get back to Kerala next time for my holidays. So, not sure if I will ever get it, but yeah. So that was the third and one of the most biggest reason why I sold my Benelli Imperiale 400. I didn't want to ride the bike illegally in Vietnam, so yeah, but I do have an international license which has a validity till 2023. It's just what do you call it? The translation of the license to many different languages, and it's a booklet where it says that what kind of bikes I can ride, to what kilogram, they ride in kilograms. I'm not sure why, and what kind of car I can ride, so drive. So that's what they do. I can use that even if I travel within Vietnam. But I think that those are acceptable only for tourist people who are here for short-term stay. For me, I'm not here for short-term. I'm here for a long haul. I already have, and when they check my ID, if I give, if I show them my TPR, they will get to know. So I'll be screwed. So it's better for me to legally ride what I can ride. So I want to ride an A1 bike. And actually, I bought another bike, which is another story for another day. So that's why I sold Benelli Imperiale 400. Thanks for tuning in and watching this video. I'm not sure if you like it or not, but I wanted to talk to some of the people, the viewers who watch me for my bike videos, and a lot more videos are gonna come in terms of bike and travel in Vietnam. I'm gonna travel within Vietnam on my new bike, and hopefully I can take you along for all the rides. So I'm set with 2 GoPros. I'm about to get a drone. I already have my camera, which is this, but I'm not sure if I would take my cameras for the rides. But you know, I found my GoPros and the drone is more than enough. But yeah, let's see how it goes. So I'm getting ready for all the adventure trips in Vietnam. All right, so thanks a lot for watching, um, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, stay safe and have fun. Ciao.